are back with more of My Southern Home, and I'm here with Laryn Karsnitz with Heritage Window Solutions. And Laryn, you've taken us to a very historic home that has a lot of history in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes, this property is on Bell Court, which is a district that has a lot of interesting characters that come out of its history. The owner here bought the home from a remodeler back in about 12 years ago. He had had some window work done. The remodeler wanted to save the wooden windows, and they managed to do that, but they were needing more work. And so we were hired to complete the work of restoration on the wooden windows. And then during the process, the owner asked if I knew anything about storm windows, because he knew some advantages to that. And so we ended up finding a quality storm window that we could use on this house, and it worked out really well. Better than I ever really expected.
And with the storm windows in particular, one of the other advantages of that is the sound from the homeowners that I spoke to. They can't hear a thing.
Yes. Yeah, they really do cut down on it. It's amazing. Many of our owners want to cut down on street noise. Our previous owner wanted to cut down on the noise from UK football games. It was just too much.
And so for this house in particular, what windows did you work on?
All of them. These are a mix of, this is an arts and crafts four-square, and so it has a mix of double hung windows and interior in-swing casement windows, some of which are featured on our website. The look of them, they're just remarkable. They're called craftsman sash. When they have that fretwork that's within them that just, really, it's an elaborate fretwork that just makes them sing and dance.
And what's nice about the process that you guys offer homeowners, Laryn, is you're taking out the window and fixing everything, each part of it.
Yes, and it happens over time, generally, and since this project actually, this was the next project we did, we started work for an architect on their own home, where we hung the storm windows first, so it didn't require us to cover up the openings with plywood when we had the wooden sash out doing the work. And so we mounted these storm windows in place, and it was in January when we did that, and we had removed their sash at the same time that we installed the storms. And I called them in February because it was a cold February, and I asked them if we needed to do anything to help with the temperature. I figured that it wasn't going to be as comfortable as what it was, and she said, my owner said, no, it's actually warmer in our house now with just the storm windows than it was when they had their wooden windows. So their wooden windows were leaky, and there was a lot of work to do with them. So we've learned a lot about that combination of the two, and really they're the backbone of a project for us. Oftentimes we do storm windows first and then remove the windows, and we have them in our shops a long time to get them right, and when they're in restoration, and then we'll return them and hang them and get them operating again. And I think most of our customers seem to be very satisfied with that.
And we're at a historic home right now, but there are certain windows that you can work on that are modern as long as they don't have aluminum a part of them, right?
Yeah, the aluminum skin on the modern window is confounding because it seals to the glass with a vinyl glazing bead typically, and that dries out after 20 years, and the seal is no longer there to keep the condensate from going down into the wooden elements. And what we found is that oftentimes they rot, and so the modern sash really aren't made for us to work on because for reasons like that, where the old sash, they've lasted for 100 years, and here we are just preparing them for another 100 years. So easy.
Well, thank you so much, Laryn. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Kimberly.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.